When I first started my coaching business about 15 months ago, I had no community because I didn't have very many clients. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how to build a community that thrives and really just builds and compounds and grows on itself. It's something that, when done right, will unlock a ton of back-end revenue for you in terms of retention and increasing the lifetime value and ascension to an upsell offer as well. So I'm going to share with you my 3-step process for this. And so sit down, buckle up, grab your popcorn, because today, ladies and gentlemen, I have a banger for you. So why is building a thriving community very important? It's very important because not all roads lead back to you anymore. Because I've got over 100 online coaches in my community that are absolutely crushing it and printing cash every single day, they're all really smart and they're all really good at what they're doing and they're all taking action every single day. So when somebody has a question, who would you rather have? One person answer that or 100 people answer that based on different perspectives and different experiences? So when you get feedback from other people who have gone through the things and done the things that you're trying to do, it's way better because then you get actual live concrete data and feedback. So then you don't have to make those mistakes yourself and learn all on your own. And as a coach, from my perspective, that significantly reduces the amount of time that I spend like actually coaching and answering questions in Slack, because all of my other clients answer those questions for me. And I'll get into this in a minute, but like when people are actually getting results and they're excited to be there, they're going to want to pay that forward and help other people who are where they used to be. And like I said, that's kind of one of the other parts here. And I'll just share with you how to actually get your clients incredible results. So that way you make more money, you make them, help them get better results a lot quicker, but that's coming shortly, right? So another reason why the community is extremely important is because everybody's looking for their tribe, right? People are looking for their home. And especially like for my business, for example, like not too many people, not the average person is an entrepreneur, especially an online coach trying to scale. So that said, most of my clients, like they don't really have too many people in their regular lives to like relate to. They don't really have anybody to like talk about business with because nobody else is doing it. Nobody else really cares. And it's really hard to find those people. So because I have kind of built this strong community of other people just like them, now they're able to make lifelong friendships and connections with other people in there. And they found their tribe. So when you feel like you found your tribe, you feel like you feel a sense of belonging and you don't want to leave because these are now your people. And then you just link arms together and grow and build together and then help each other out. And that's when everything really starts to compound and get bigger and bigger. So another thing as well is why the community is important is because then you can monetize it later on too. So for example, people pay me thousands of dollars to stay in the community after the program's over. People pay me thousands, even way more than that, for a private exclusive community in my mastermind as well, right? So that's not cheap. That one's $25K. However, you have to be doing at least $30K a month to qualify and wanting to scale to $100 to $200K a month and above, right? So because of that, if somebody is doing like, let's say one of my clients, I help them get to like $50K a month. Now, the other community, like they've almost like outgrown the other community. So they want a new community that is full of other people that are also doing 50 to 100K a month. And it just hits a lot harder, right? So people are paying for that proximity as well. So that's why community is really strong. Now let's talk about how to actually build it and how to make sure that your community becomes world-class and your clients want to stay in it and other people want to join it. So number one, very simple, actually care about your community. When you actually give a shit about your clients, people can tell, people can sense that, because the more bought in, the more committed, the more dedicated, the more the leader actually cares about their audience and their community, the more the community cares about the community as well. So you've probably been in programs where like the leader is kind of like detached and completely disconnected. And you can kind of feel that the community is kind of detached and disconnected. But when the leader is actually fully all in, completely invested, and actively cares and actually cares about their community, you can see that too. And then everybody in there wants to be in there. Everybody in there wants to stay in there and not leave. So then everybody in there is going to pay to stay and not leave when their initial time is up. So that unlocks massive amounts of back-end revenue. You can pretty much double your business like within the first month by unlocking this. That's something that I do actually help my clients within the back end, within the mastermind on the back end. But nonetheless, like when you actually care about your clients are going to care about you, and your clients are going to care about your other clients too. And this kind of leads me to the next point, which is reciprocity. So assuming you're actually really good at what you do and you actually help your clients get their transformations that they're paying for, they're going to feel indebted to you, no matter how much they paid you. I had a client last year, he paid me $10K. I helped him go from zero to over $100,000 a month in just 10 months. And he tells me every time I talk to him, Jeremy, I feel like I still owe you so much more money. And I just say, I'm like, hey, we can fix that. I can send you an invoice, my friend. Right? But just that, like, and then he does things out of the kindness of his own heart that serve me as well. He helps other clients in the community. He does free things for me and my team members. He does things like he wants to pay it forward. He wants to help out. He coaches a lot of my other clients as well. So when you're actually getting clients results, they're going to want to pay that forward, not only to you as the coach who has helped them do that, but then also to your clients and your community as well. So how do you actually get them results, right? So when you actually ask yourself the question, how can I get my clients better results in a shorter amount of time with the least amount of effort? And you rebuild your program and your process in following that structure and that framework, then you start to really just shorten the time to value, which means the people get the results much quicker. Because like if you take a long time to get them results and it really drags out, then they're probably not going to be committed like to the process and following through with it for very long. So if it sucks and it's hard and it takes a long time for them to get results, you're going to have a lot of people drop off, which means your client success rate is going to tank, which we don't want. So you want to shorten the time to value, get them results as quickly as possible. So that way they can actually get the results that they paid for very quickly. So their minds are going to be blown. You're going to over deliver, and then they're going to send you referrals. They're going to help your other clients. They're going to contribute to the community. They're going to want to get on to client interviews with you. Like a lot of people join my program and they tell me that they want to become the best case study ever. And they want to be on my YouTube channel on an interview with me. Right. And I love that because that helps me a ton. So this week I helped one of my clients go from 20K a month. He was stuck there as a fitness coach, stuck at 20K a month for about 5 years doing organic. I helped him double his business to 40K a month in 8 weeks. His name's Adrian. You can go check out our other interview from months ago when I helped him do that. Now his biggest goal ever was 50K a month. That was like his number one goal. It's been his goal for years. And he just hit that in February. And so anyways, tomorrow we've actually got another interview that he suggested. He's like, hey bro, like we did it. We fucking did it. Can we do another interview now that we hit the goal that we set out to do? I said, absolutely, man. So stay tuned. That one's coming. But nonetheless, like then he's also been helping and contributing into the community a lot more as well, helping other people do what he was able to do. He sent me a referral who signed up and paid in full yesterday as well. So the more your clients win, the more they want you to win as well. Reciprocity 101, right? So when you do this, like when you kind of rebuild your program in a way where you help your clients get better results in a shorter amount of time, with the least amount of effort, and you really just reduce the friction for getting results, the friction of the time, you kind of play around with those variables, then what this does is it creates a dangerously powerful feedback loop in the best way possible. Because the more clients that win in a shorter amount of time, guess what that does? It leads to better case studies, better testimonials, better client wins, and more testimonials, more client wins, and more case studies. So what that does is that gives you more better marketing assets that you can dump back into your marketing, which then in turn attracts more clients a lot quicker because now you're stacking social proof, making your process feel undeniable. And when you really do this, then you don't really have to sell very hard because it's just a clear thing. It's like, okay, well, look at all of my clients who are printing money right now. Look at my Slack channel. Look at this client. Like, for example, Lee, he just sold a $6,000 paid in full offer today, about an hour ago, for his music production coaching business, right? Another client last week, Louisa, she had her first $50,000 day. Peyton had a $16,000 day. So like when you have those kind of client results, it becomes undeniable. You become the only option in the minds of your prospects. So that said, with the feedback loop, not only does it actually incentivize people to want to pay it forward and to give you better case studies, give you more case studies and testimonials, but it attracts better clients, it attracts more clients on the front end. And usually they're better clients too, because they're bought into your process and to your program a lot more because they know that it works and it's going to work for them. It reduces the sales friction because now instead of them wondering, oh, I just don't know if this is going to work, there's lots of uncertainty. Now they know the process works. Now it's a matter of just getting the confidence in themselves to convince themselves that it's actually going to work for them too, right? And then what this does is it creates a lot more exclusivity into your community too, because when you have a community like mine where it's just full of winners who are just printing cash, outsiders want to be a part of that. They want to be part of the circle. They want to be part of the community, especially the one that's winning. They want to be around other winners. They want that energy. It's contagious. It just has such a powerful, profound effect that's very intangible. And the more case studies you have, the more you can raise your prices, the less like pushback you get on that as well, the more wins. And then also, again, it leads to more lifetime value because then your current clients will end up wanting to stay in the community, and like you can monetize it with renewals and ascension, like upsells and stuff like that. So then all of your customers start to become worth a hell of a lot more. Then you build a much deeper relationship and connection with them when you host live events. I had one back in September in Mexico, which was disgusting. It was insane. And we're doing another one in Europe in June. Those are just a blast because everybody's winning. The room is just incredibly powerful because everybody in there is just successful and they're crushing it. And they just help each other out. They relate to each other a lot more. And like, there's just such a strong kind of unspoken bond with each other. And it's just really cool when that starts to thrive. So that will lead to more, like on the front end, more followers, more conversations, more sales calls, more clients, more revenue, and more month over month growth, more referrals, all that stuff, right? So ask yourself, action step from today, how can I get my clients better results in a shorter amount of time with the least amount of effort? And then if you had to rebuild your entire program following that formula, do it. I've done that 3 times. I'm doing that a 4th time right now, rebuilding the whole program from scratch to turn it from a 7-figure program into an 8-figure program. So that said, appreciate you. Let me know down in the comments if you like this video and if you want to be a part of this community. And one last thing I'll say is like, I've literally had people like sign up. They're like, dude, business is doing well. I just want to be a part of the community. I just want proximity. So that's one last bonus thing that you'll get when you build a strong community, because then you can monetize it and people pay you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for proximity to that community you've built. So if you do want to be a part of my community, then click the link below, book in a sales call, or DM me on Instagram. Just be like, dude, let's go. And then bring your credit card, I'll send you the payment link. We'll be good to go. And then that aura, the energy in the community will help you naturally rise through osmosis and proximity to other people who are at and above your level. So that's it for this video. See you guys in the next one. Bye.